And he graduated from MIT in Boston, which is like a prestigious technological school. Look, he graduated at 16. He would have done it at 15 had I not been involved. I can't afford it anymore. I'm 40 years old. I can't afford, and I have a wife and a child. I can't afford fun. Everybody, yeah, see, you're nodding your head, yes, ma'am, you get it. And he's like, yeah, I remember those days too. It just happens. Your fun deductible is gone. You can't afford it anymore. The shame deductible, you can't. I can't go home and be like, I crashed on a bird scooter. My wife's gonna be like, we're done, that's over. We have a child, idiot. You can't be on a bird scooter. Happens to every guy. It happens. You just gotta give up fun. Can't afford it anymore. Can't play in men's leagues anymore. There's no way. I don't want, because I just can't look at my wife in the eyes and be like, yeah, I pulled a hammy playing basketball, proving I still got it. You know what I mean? The saddest thing. Trying to adopt that philosophy in my life, just trying a little less hard. Just enough to get by. That's fine. You know what I mean? I hate when I see examples of people trying too hard. Like I saw this last year. We had a little blizzard, and it was a snow day for everybody. Who doesn't love a snow day? Right? That's great. A little gift from Mother Nature. Stay home. The news coverage shows this man who has a briefcase strapped to his back, and he is cross-country skiing to work. What a jerk! Are you serious? What a horrible thing to do to everybody in that guy's office. Imagine that, they wake up, snow day! And they go, oh my, look what Steven in HR's doing right now. This guy wakes up, yeah, not today, Mother Nature. I'm Steven from Human Resources. I have reports to file. Scarf flapping away behind him. Like, the snowplow takes that guy out, that is not an accident. You know what I'm saying? That is not. That is justice. Street justice at its finest. Can't stand that. The guy who cross-country skis to work on a snow day is the same kid who in your like third grade class wanted to remind the teacher that she had homework to collect. Like 5 minutes before the end of the school day. Do you remember that kid? Because you didn't do it and you're like, oh, please don't ask, we're almost home free. And all of a sudden you just feel that annoying hand fire up. Mrs. Carter! Mrs. Carter, you have a word search you forgot to collect. Well, heavens to Betsy, Stephen, thank you. I almost let you guys scurry out of here without collecting that. Ooh, Mrs. Carter! Mrs. Carter, Brian keeps looking at me and doing this with his crayon. Sharpened it too with the little, right there on the back of the crayon box. Learn how to drive a snowplow, Steven. Watch your back. Big blade. I taught for a year. I taught kindergarten for a year. And yeah, that's about the reaction I get. Yeah. That's how you know it's a tough job, though, when you talk about it like a prison sentence. You know what I mean? I did a year in education, then I got out. Yeah. So if you're a teacher, bless your heart. It is, thank you. You deserve it. All of you educators absolutely deserve it. I was not good. Not good at education. I used to take the kids outside all the time because I needed a break, a mental health break for me. Do a little outside learning, and I would invent games that were super fun. I invented a game called Kick the Playground Ball as high as I can and pay someone $5 to catch it. You know those rubber ones? Oh, the sound they make when they ping off a child's face. Oh, it made college worth it. I was like, oh. Stop crying, that tooth was gonna come out anyway, buddy. Just made you $5 when you get home. Running out of those things. The school I worked at, it was in like an inner city area, and we had like a kind of a sketchy woods near a fence, and I used to take the kids on little nature walks. We'd just be outside, because you have to keep them moving, right? Like kindergartners, you got to keep them on the move at all times. As soon as you stop, they start rattling in their desks like tiny little rockets. And then I'm like, where is your other shoe? How did you lose a shoe? How come kids can't keep both shoes? Like, you're walking around like, oh, I don't even know. You don't know? What do you mean you don't know? Your shoe just fell off. You're like, I'm not gonna need that one. Who cares? I'm a one shoe kind of guy. When they were walking out by those woods, and there was like a bunch of homeless dudes or unhoused or whatever, I don't know what their situation was. I don't want to get canceled for calling them what they are, but they weren't in a house. Covering all bases here. Let's just say that they look like pirates, and that's what I told the kids they were, okay? That's what I told them. They all look like pirates. Captain Jack Sparrow a quarter, you know what I mean? Like that kind of, we came up with fun names. One day we're walking along the fence line, and one of my kids goes, yo, Mr. B, this dude is dead. And I look over and I was like, whoop, yeah, he's dead. That's a dead guy. Look, I'm not a doctor, but he didn't look, he was dead. He was not a live person anymore. So I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my, and I run the kids inside because we're not even supposed to be outside right now. Got a bit of a situation on my hands that I got to deal with. And I call the front office, the secretary answers, and I go, hey, we just found a dead guy on the playground. And she goes, how long's he been there? And I was like, way before we got there. Way before. I've got 29 witnesses that said we had nothing to do with it right now. 28, one of them's a wild card, but 28 witnesses I can count on. 29 of them willing to get airheads, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to barter with some of these little guys. So she's like, no, I gotta tell the paramedics how long, and I'm like, he's super dead, so just go ahead and tell them if they got other stops that they're good. You know what I mean? Look, I'm not gonna do their routing for them, you know what I mean? If there's other emergencies, it's not imminent, is all I'm trying. Look, I don't know, you know when you order Uber and you're like, oh, they gotta stop first? Someone had an emergency. But then I'm like, look, this is your moment. That's a big deal, right? I mean, I was rattled. I'm a grown-up in theory, and I was rattled. I was rattled, and I was like, oh my God, like, whatever they say, whatever you say to these kids right now, they're gonna remember forever. Whatever their teacher said the day they found the dead guy. And so, yeah, I watch Dangerous Minds, I know. I mean, this is serious. This is impactful. So I take a knee, and I'm like, all right, guys, come on in here. Get in. Come on, get in. Oh, come on, get in here. Don't ruin my moment. I'm like, guys, look, I know we just found something. It's very serious, and you're probably all kind of scared right now, but I just don't want you to be scared. You don't have to end up like that dead guy. You know? Look, no, I don't want you to be scared. We don't know what decisions in life he made to end up like so dead like that, you know, so super dead, like way dead. We don't know what he did. You don't have to follow in those footsteps. You know, we don't know. Like, just say maybe he didn't listen to his kindergarten teacher. Choice is yours, guys. I mean, really, honestly. And then one of them goes, oh, he probably just overdosed on crack and died. And then this other kid goes, you can't overdose on crack, dummy, only cocaine. And I was like, I don't know the answer to that question, okay? I don't. I'm gonna Google that and get back to you. Realized it was a job that wasn't for me in my 20s. For a lot of reasons. One, I believe the American dream is finding a job that you can do with a hangover. Just slide right in there, do the bare minimum with a hangover. You can't teach with a hangover. Can't. Not in fact, because when you're teaching with a hangover, like, you're not just giving up on your dreams that day. You're giving up on everybody's dreams that day. Nobody's dreams are happening today. And there's only so many movie days you're allowed to have in a row. before the administration starts asking some, well, frankly, pretty nosy questions about your personal life, and not a fan. Hey, Brian, why are you dry heaving in the trash can today? Today's a life lessons day, all right? About 2-for-1 margaritas at happy hour. It's college prep work. That's what we're doing. It's college prep. It's tough when you're young. Cinco de Mayo, big drinking day when you're teaching, you're out. Seso de Mayo, big movie day. I'm a bilingual educator. Seso de Mayo. One of the kids I had was a genius. He still is a genius. He was a genius then. He's still a genius now. He had Asperger's, and he was very brilliant. And he graduated from MIT in Boston, which is like a prestigious technological school. Look, he graduated at 16. He would have done it at 15 had I not been involved. As you can tell, I can't even pronounce the school. He would have definitely been on his way a little bit faster had it not been for that first year. So we all have a routine, right? Everyone has a routine in the morning. You gotta get your coffee at the right place. It's gotta be the right kind. You have stoplights, the routes, traffic. And when your day is off, you're just not functioning the same way. So sometimes when he was a little stressed out in the morning to get rolling, he'd just sit by my desk and he'd listen to a little song. Just kind of listen to a little song on a tiny little speaker and not bothering anybody. No one in the class, we're just getting things rolling. But it wasn't the same entire song. It was the same front end 8 seconds of the same song, like over and over again, very quietly, so only I can hear, right? And so sometimes my mornings would start off like this. How did we end up like this? Why weren't we able? How did we end up like this? Why weren't we able? How did we end up like this? Why weren't we able? How did we end... What weren't you able to do? Do you know what kind of a wild world that is to live in where I'm not worried about anything but Nickelback trying to accomplish something? And a lot of you are worried about it now too. You're wondering, you're gonna have to go home tonight and look it up. I would tell you, but I want you to know what I experienced. Just such a wild, wild year. I learned this too, man. I'm so glad social media didn't exist when I was teaching. Oof. Ooh. Man, social media has ruined everything. Videos, trending, viral pictures, things like that. Remember the days when you could just be an idiot? And it wouldn't go viral on the internet? Like a fun idiot, not like an idiot that everyone's like, oh, no, like an idiot, like, look at me dancing, you know what I mean? It makes me worry about my son. He's 1.5 years old, and I want to make sure that he doesn't trend on the internet for doing something stupid, like running weird. You know, you remember the time you found out you ran weird. It jumped up on you, it snuck up on you, didn't it? In your mind, you're like, I'm a gazelle. Dun, 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 and then all of a sudden someone shows you a video and you're like, oh, I look like a wounded gazelle, ah! Like, I worry about him. You know, you can't have those kinds of things happening. Just, you don't want to trend for doing something terrible. Like, I ran a marathon a few years ago. Thank you, one person who cares. Everyone else is like, boo-hoo, stop bragging. That's right, I'll take it one at a time. I'll win you all over one at a time. By the end of this, you guys are gonna be cheering for me, you know what I mean? But here's the thing, right? Like, you run a marathon. You wanna know the one thing everyone told me about running a marathon? You know what they told me? They told me, Brian, make sure you don't poop your pants. Every single person said that. Don't poop your pants. What? I'd rather have you tell me not to die than poop my pants. Ladies, I don't know about you. You guys have goals in life. Men, we have one goal, and it's not to poop our pants. That's the only goal. We leave the house, and we're like, my goal today, come back in the same underwear. Literally, that's our, and we're like 95% accurate on that. Poop my pants? Do you understand what that does? If I poop my pants in a marathon, that means I gotta kill like 19 people. They're not gonna keep a secret. I poop my pants. Guess it just like falls out of you. I was terrified. Going through all these scenarios in my head about how I was gonna have to Liam Neeson half of the New York Marathon when I had an accident. Also, by the way, if I ever run another marathon and I do poop my pants, you'll see it on the news. Because you'll be like, well, I mean, the New York Marathon took quite a turn today when all of a sudden a runner ran into oncoming traffic and killed himself. It was a septic truck, ironically enough. That's weird. He just right into it. I learned this during the pandemic stay-home era. I learned that I got married during it. And look, if you were in a relationship during that stay-home era, you know you get credit for that like dog years, right? Like that was a lot of you and that person. A lot, because you had nowhere to go. You couldn't be like, I'm gonna go to this, no store! I learned that I'm terrible at arguing. I don't even think men and women, I don't even think we're doing the same thing. We're not even playing the same game. When it comes to arguing, women are playing chess and men are playing hungry, hungry hippos. That's it, that's all we're doing. Like, we've no idea what we're doing. We lose arguments we're not even sure we're in. You know what I mean? I need someone to invent an app for my phone that will tell me how mad my wife is at me by how hard she's hitting the keys when she texts. Because I have no idea, like an idiot. I read it like, oh, where am I? That's easy. I'm down the street. She didn't say it like, she said, where are you? I need my phone trembling when it rings. It's already looked up like alibis for me, traffic I can get stuck in. It can look up ways that I can fake my own death if need be. I lost this one the other day. This one made me, I just was kind of like blown away at how quickly she checkmated me in an argument I didn't know I was in. I walked into the kitchen and out of the kitchen successfully, and as far as I'm concerned. And she goes, yeah, I knew it. And I could tell by her tone that she's like, I won. And I'm like, you knew what? How did I screw that up? She goes, I knew you weren't gonna unload the dishwasher. What? Are there even dishes to be unloaded? She goes, I don't know, but you don't either because you didn't even check, so I still win. This is probably the funniest one I've ever lost, though. And it was a Monday night. It's important for the story. She's watching The Bachelor with her friends. I'm out with some dudes. We're hanging out. My phone rings, and it says on the screen, ADT, like the security company. I'm like, whoa, ADT. And I answer it, and they're like, oh, what's your code? What's your PIN? You gotta tell them your PIN number because my alarm was going off and they wanna make sure that everything's fine, right? So you tell them your like secret and I'm like, oh, hey, don't worry about it, buddy. Like, no big deal. My wife, they probably had the bottom door on the house, alarm set, somebody walked out of it, they're watching The Bachelor, it's all good. And then my wife calls and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna three-way patch her right in right now. I'm on the phone now with my wife and ADT. A little happy family there. And I go, hey babe, what's up? You guys set off the alarm and I'm on the phone with ADT right now. I told them everything's all good. And she goes, what? I go, yeah, I told them that, it's no big deal. You guys just set off the alarm, an accident, it's all good. She goes, you didn't know that. And then ADT guy goes, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hang up now. No! Absolutely not, sir. This is what I pay you for. This is the security that I need right now. Clearly I need backup. He hangs up. My mind is blown that she's mad at me. And I'm like, I was right. She goes, yeah, but you didn't know that, Brian. You didn't know that you didn't know. You assumed we were fine, Brian. But you didn't know that's what happened. You didn't know. What if we weren't fine? What if you told him we were fine and we weren't fine, we were being held hostage? What about that, Brian? And I was like, with that attitude? I tell that guy, good luck. Oh. She's got a nail appointment on Tuesday. Don't let her miss that. She's gonna be real mad, and you gotta feed her every 3 to 4 hours. Kid's pretty surly about that. I grew up on a farm. Anyone else farm kids? Yeah, you guys got out, or are you still in? You get out of that farm life? Yeah, I grew up on a farm, and it's weird. Your perspective is different when you move into the city. I live in an apartment building now, and what makes me so mad is when I see city kids not appreciating how easy they have it. You know what I mean? Like for trick-or-treating, for example. All these kids gotta do is roll to one apartment complex with a hefty bag and clean the joint out. They are dragging it down the hallway with wagons. And this is what made me even the most crazy. They'd go to one door and they'd knock, no one answers. Oh, big deal. Heel click to the next door neighbor 6 inches away. Back in business. That's what made me enraged. Because there was nothing like that growing up for me. Because the neighbors that we had were 4 or 5 miles apart. Their driveways were a mile long. We had to climb a fence to get into the compound. My brother's off distracting the dog in the woods somewhere. We don't even know if he's gonna make it back, to be honest. We have no idea. But we're not the Marines, so we'll just never forget you. How does that sound? We'll just always remember your sacrifices. So all I'm saying is that when we went through all that effort to get to the house, if no one was home, super aggravating. Yeah. And we weren't leaving empty-handed, I'll tell you that much right now. Someone would be like, Brian, what'd you get for Halloween this year? Look, I got a bike. Look at that, I got a bicycle. What did you get? I got a car stereo. I'm only 9. I don't know if we install this in the bike. We got a bunch of jewelry for Mom. We're only wearing ski masks this year, so we're having a blast. My mom's a hippie. You guys know any of those folks? Yeah. Don't clap too loud. They're gonna out yourselves. You guys into crystals? She's just weird. My mom's weird. She called me up one day and she goes, hey, Bri, need your help on the farm building an exotic chicken coop. That's what she said. Building an exotic chicken coop. I was like, Mom, what is wrong with the regular chicken coop that we have? We got a bunch of artsy hipster chickens walking around criticizing the coop, this is so drab. Not laying eggs here. And she acts like I'm an idiot. She's like, no, Brian, it's not for the regular chickens. The coop is not for them. The coop is for the exotic chickens they ordered off the internet. Yeah, that's what she ordered exotic chickens off the internet. That really happened. They mailed them to her. I just want you to wrap your head around that. My mother was able to Google chicks from Brazil for sale. And find chickens. How's that possible? without setting off firewalls, alerts, getting your house raided. She actually found chickens. She thinks you can find anything on the internet now. Like once she was like, hey guys, just no big deal. Just need you to put a new roof on our house. I'm sure you can figure it out. A roof on a house is what she wanted us to do. She's like, look it up on the YouTube. There's gotta be a video of it on the YouTubes. And I was like, all right, look, we'll try, right? It's my mom, so we're gonna give it a shot. So here's my roofing crew. Just want to paint the picture for you. My roofing crew is me, my brother, who's an actor, and 2 other comedians. It's my crack squad right there. And we're up on the roof, and behavior's happening. Things are happening on the roof. My mom keeps coming down below the roof and yelling up at us. She keeps going, hey, 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 are you guys even doing that right? Probably not, Mom. Probably not, because my crew here just smoked themselves a bunch of weed. And now they got a nail gun, so I don't know what's happening right now. It's going on a little slanted currently. That's if these idiots can stop laughing at each other when one of them goes, look, I've got shingles. It's a disease. You just live a weird experience in the country. Like my mom went through a goat milking phase. Anyone else have a parent do that? She decided that her big business plan was she was gonna become the goat cheese lady at the farmer's market. That was her. She's like, you know what? We're gonna turn the finances around in this family, and goat cheese is the way to do it. So we had these goats that we had to milk. And of course, my brothers and I, we had to do it, and we had to do it before school. And I look back at how I handled this situation I'm about to tell you. And I thought I nailed it as an 8-year-old. Looking back at it now, I just can't wrap my head around how weird it was. So we milk these goats, and then I get on the school bus. Now the problem with the school bus in my small town was that they put everybody on the same bus, because we didn't have enough kids for like different shifts and everything. So everybody, K through 12, same bus. Terrible idea. There's a reason they separate inmates by threat level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't put a kindergartner in with a junior in high school who lost their driver's license. You can't put them on the same bus. So I get on the bus, and this kid, I sit down next to him, and this kid just starts yelling, yo, this kid smells like pee. Gross, did you pee your pants? Oh, he peed his pants. This kid smells like pee. He peed his pants. He smells like pee. And I was like, Brian, be calm. You can handle this, you got this. And I stood up and I was like, yeah. Well, guess what? If I smell like pee, it's not mine, it's probably the goat's. Nailed it! With no idea, this kid's just like, did he just say goats peed on him? How? How do goats pee on him? I'm a sweaty person. Anyone else here sweaty? Yeah? You wanna raise your hand? Not too high, because we'll see. I like days that they ambush you with heat. Those are always fun, right? You find out just that you sweat and play. Like today. Today's like 100 degrees outside for no reason. It's rude, frankly. It's really rude when you're a sweaty person and you're just like walking, you're like, that's okay, no, I'm fine. Like there's nothing worse than getting out of your car feeling confident than seeing like a strip across your chest of just sweat. You get out of your car, you're like, yeah, that's Rambo sweat right there. It's like knee pit sweat. Wiping your lip like that. Yeah, that's a confident look. Yeah, buy low, sell high. That's what I say. I'd like to be your financial planner. Or you get that sweat that beads up on your lower back and you can feel it happening. And then all you're praying, you're gonna get a runner at some point. Yeah, uh-huh. You know you're gonna get a runner, you're just hoping it doesn't happen at like an awkward time, right? Like you know you're gonna get it right down, it's gonna right between your butt cheeks at some point in time. A little sweat funnel right there. It's gonna go right there and go, go! All right, no, that's fine. Nope, that's good. I was glad that happened. Yeah, no, I'd like a latte, please. Thank you. Yeah, just, woo, I'm awake. I've quit booking hotels. No, not outright. Yeah, I just go stay in them. Go in there, I'm like, what are you guys gonna do about it? I took a kickboxing class. I dare you, Ramada. Take me out of here. My wife handles it all because I'm a dude. And dudes, you know, you would, like, literally you would stay in the cot in the back of a butcher shop if it was cheap enough, right? I don't see a problem with this at all. I love pepperoni. Why would... Like, we could walk into the set of the movie Saw and be like, I don't think it's that bad, to be honest. I really kind of like the tile and the light. The housekeeping's kind of weird. Always asking about games and stuff, but that's fine. She made a mistake once, though. And this is the problem when you prepay for something. I'm not a big fan of prepaying for, like, so you get there and check out the scene. We were on a road trip and we were driving through Eugene, Oregon, and that's right. I don't know if you ever watched a murder show, but 95% of them start in Eugene. There's a lot of murder. And she booked this place called the Campbell House Bed and Breakfasts. Yeah, the Campbell House Bed and Breakfast. Now, if you don't know what bed and breakfast means, it means haunted and expensive. That's what it means. It's literally the translation of bed and breakfast. It means you're just gonna be staying in some creep's house. That's basically it. It's Airbnb without, like, background checks, is what it is. So we pull up to this place, and we walk in, and we walk through the door, and my wife says something only women can say. She goes, ooh, this place feels haunted. She says that out loud, and the woman at the front desk goes, ooh, haunted? Do you want to know the truth about that? And I was like, absolutely not. We prepaid for this place. No. We want to know the truth tomorrow when we survive. Not now. But of course, my wife's like pressing her, like, no, what's the truth? So it was on this show, on this ghost TV show, where they like don't fix your problem, they just make the ghost mad and leave. They like kick stuff around, give them a TV credit and take off, you know? So, of course, my wife like has to look up the episode. And we're up in the room. And she's watching it on phone. And she's like, Brian, look at this. I think it's the same room. I'm like, stop doing this. Like, this is ridiculous, stop. Like, I'm gonna go sleep at a truck stop by myself. I will walk to a Flying J. I do not care right now. And then she's like, well, I don't know, I think I'd like to get on their good side. So she starts going, oh, you know what, by the way, Brian, I do love what the ghosts have done with these drapes. And I'm like, stop, you're complimenting them now? Well, I just want them to know that we appreciate what they've done here. And, the wallpaper's nice and all that. I'm like, oh, this is insanity. Like, she's talking out loud. Like, she's doing the thing where she doesn't want to talk to him, but she just wants him to overhear. I've got a new plan. I have got my plan, I just start ordering bottles of wine from the front desk. Because I am gonna get blackout drunk and wake up tomorrow and not care. Because I don't think they can mess with you if you're blackout drunk. I've never seen a ghost movie where they can do anything to you. It's like fraternity rules, like, ah! Like the ghost comes like, boo, oh no, they're just writing on you with a ghost pen. That's all they're doing. Just drawing pictures on you. I'm obsessed with Groupon. You guys doing Groupon? You guys ever do Groupon? I just like deals. It's dangerous, though. Do you ever just buy something because you're like, oh, this sounds nice, and you don't know what it is? On Groupon? I call it Groupon roulette. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I bought this one the other day, and this one, Eyebrow threading, have you guys ever done that? It sounds nice. It sounds nice. Eyebrow threading sounds very lovely. Eyebrow threading sounds like they're adding things to your face. It sounds like they're gonna give you a little mullet on the side. Like, business in the center and party on the sides. Tuck a little mullet behind my ears. What a fun adventure. That's not what they do. This sweet lady comes over, and she's got like string on her hands like cat's cradle. And she lays it down on your face, and then goes, bah, 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 just yanks all this hair out of your forehead. Like pop, 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 pop. Like she pulled memories out of my frontal lobe. Like as soon as she did that, I forgot my wife's anniversary. You know what I mean? Like, pa! I just called it her anniversary. That's funny. I'm also part of that. Her anniversary. Oh, she's gonna hate that. You guys are wonderful people. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.